Test number 3 underway here at the 2023 European Semifinal. I'm Chase Ingham with Mads Jacobson, Brian Friend on the floor with us as we bring you guys Semifinal Linda. 10 down to 1. Deadlifts, dumbbell bench, squat cleans. Deadlifts at 295, 90 pounds on the dumbbells each, and 145 for the cleans themselves. And everyone is out pretty hot in this set of 10. Moritz Feibig.
Moritz, but also David Shorunke. Keep an eye on that guy because he can throw those dumbbells around like it was absolutely nothing, and he looked very healthy yesterday.
Oh, we got some big boys in this heat.
Yes.
Squat cleans, looking across the board. Anybody going the route that Lightfoot did? Lightfoot in the previous heat said he's doing sets of 3s early on, but it looks like everybody's living that single life at the moment.
I'm not surprised at that. I was more surprised that Harry said, no, we're gonna do it from the get-go.
10 squat cleans at 145 to kick things off. Then we'll move back to the round of 9. It looks like Lazar Dukic.
Lazar, Moritz, and David back to the deads almost at the same time.
Lazar Dukic, your overall leader coming into this morning at 191 points. Had a great day of competition yesterday. We talked about his off season, just nothing really seemed to go well. Trying to get that confidence back, and the way it kicked off in test 1, I feel like that weight had lifted and now he can compete like he normally knows how to.
But Lazar's kind of a lighthouse to me. I mean, the way he didn't go to the games one year. He's like, no, I'm not ready to go. So he's in touch with like both his athleticism, but also where I'm at as an athlete, and I really appreciate that. I think a lot of people should probably kind of take notes on that.
Speaking of taking notes, if you go back to the 2018 regional, Bronislav had a 14:08. Lazar had a 13:59. That was good enough for 37th and 27th worldwide. So 2 athletes in this field that have Linda experience on the competition floor.
And for those of you guys who are looking at this and going, well, some of these athletes aren't coming up to full extension, there is no requirement to come up to full extension. If you look at David Shorunke, no. That's just need to hit that bottom position and stand the weight all the way up. But if you're strong enough to turn that bar before then do so. You're gonna be a lot faster.
Athletes in the round of 9 here for Semifinal Linda. Squat cleans at 145 for the men. Lazar Dukic, your early leader, as he and David Shorunke as well in lane 17, Antoine Dumaine, as well as Bronislav Alenkowicz. Lazar taking a little bit of a break here. And it looks like Shorunke may be your leader. Shorunke all the way over in lane number 4. So Shorunke has now moved into first place in this heat, followed by Dumaine. Both on opposite sides of the floor. No way they know where each other at right now. In the chaos of the 10 through 7, we barely know what's going on at the moment.
Look left to right, and there's just a bunch of really fit dudes moving barbells. No, David has made his move both on the bench press and on the squat cleans. Squat cleans not coming up to full extension. He's powerful enough to turn it around. So his fast singles are really fast singles.
Left to right on your screen, lane 1 over to lane 20. Your early leader, David Shorunke, in lane number 4. In the white and blue. Lazar Dukic has moved back into that place with Bronislav Alenkowicz over in lane number 16. Is starting to make a move. And we talked to Harry Lightfoot before this started. He's like, I'm gonna pace it out through 7, but once we get down to the 6-5, the race is on.
Yep.
Bronislav Alenkowicz, right middle part of your screen. Light green outfit. Now working with Justin Kotler and underdogs.
And something has happened to Braun, because you saw him on the run yesterday. You saw him on the ski erg yesterday. There's some endurance to that immense power that he's always had.
Leader still David Shorunke, left side of your screen, in the white and blue, advancing to the dumbbell bench in lane number 4. Moving to the dumbbells, Lazar Dukic, Bronislav Alenkowicz, and Antoine Dumaine keeping pace as Moritz Fiebig just getting to the deadlift bar. So Shorunke about to finish up his dumbbells as Lazar, Bronislav, and Antoine onto their dumbbell bench as Shorunke gets off.
It's a pretty decent lead he's got.
And it's one of those, is as the test advances, it's harder and harder to catch the person in front of you.
Yeah. And at that point, it's almost good that you don't see where whoever is leading is, because trying to chase him down, that's going to be even harder. No pun intended, they chase.
Yeah. Your time to beat set by Max Aldestrand at 13:52.68. That was set in heat number 1, and we've seen that a few times, is that the winning time or the winning score isn't necessarily going to come from the last heat based off the programming itself. You've got some niche tests, some endurance, some gymnastics, some weightlifting, and every once in a while you get that nice groove pitch right down the middle.
And it makes it so much more exciting for us, but I think it's also great for the athletes. You're always going to find something you excel at.
Blue and white, David Shorunke still leading, has advanced into the round of 6. Lazar Dukic just getting done, as well as Bronislav Alenkowicz. So now Lazar and Bronislav have separated themselves.
David is actually halfway through his bench press before Braun and Lazar even addressed the deads.
Shorunke is off and going back to the barbell for the set of 6. Shorunke in the blue and white, your leader. Trying to keep pace with him is Lazar Dukic and Bronislav Alenkowicz. Shorunke still doing singles in the set of 6. And as you said, just pulling himself underneath that bar quickly. And as long as it starts from the floor, he breaks parallel and he stands up all the way.
He's good to go.
What he does in the middle really is up to him.
Exactly. And I think it's smart, because he's a tall athlete. So if you're going to go out there and compete with slightly shorter athletes, it's a great way to kind of minimize the difference between what you have to do.
Shorunke now on the set of 5 deadlifts. Trying to keep pace with them. Early on was Moritz Fiebig. Let's go down to Brian Friend with more on Moritz.
Athlete that I saw last year. Yeah, just watching Moritz down here, and I just noticed a total difference in him from last season. Last year, coming into the semifinals, he was chasing the CrossFit Games, and he got there on the last event, heroic effort. He showed up in the offseason in Dubai and looked so poised and composed, but that's an off-season competition, and it's different to do it out here against every other top male in Europe. He looks to have that same composure and confidence that he did in Dubai, and I think he's now kind of elevated into that upper echelon of men here in Europe, and it's cool to see someone like that make that move.
Fiebig trying to keep pace with your top athletes. It's still David Shorunke, who is done with the set of 5. Left side of your screen, lane 4 in the white and blue. Lazar Dukic, Bronislav Alenkowicz are trying to keep pace with him. Lazar Dukic in lane number 10 in the center part of your screen. No shirt, black shorts, addressing the barbell for the first time on the squat cleans. And then in lane 16, Bronislav had done a couple touch and go reps in the set of 5. Decided to take a break there. Looking like 3 reps with 2 to go. So Bronislav in lane 16, light outfit, light green on the middle right part of your screen. But David Shorunke, as we're talking about getting done the squat cleans, is already done with his dumbbell bench.
He just looked down the line right now to see if anybody was joining him, and the answer is no, David. Nobody's joining you right now, so just continue to work.
Shorunke in the blue and white. Still doing singles, but no reason not to at the moment because there is no one near him as we're cresting the 10-minute mark. The time to beat 13:52, and Shorunke advances into the set of 3 all alone out here in heat number 3. Shorunke in lane number 4.
This is crazy. Look at how fast he's still going through those deadlifts. I mean, I'm gonna go check that bar out later.
Done with, yeah, done with 3. As he advances to the dumbbells. Olenkowicz looks like he's pulling ahead of Lazar. So Olenkowicz in the right side of your screen will advance his bar forward as he is in the set of 3, but Shorunke getting done with a set of 2 as he will just have 1, 1, and 1 and plenty of time before the time to beat as he finishes his 3rd clean, so he'll be in the round of 2, but we are now past the time set by Colt Mertens at 11:09.
Well, another one of the things I gotta say is David has had a couple of seasons that he's been injury-ridden. It hasn't been good. And the question we've all asked ourselves is, 1, can he get back? And 2, what will we see from a healthy David Shorunke? I think he's just answering that question right now.
Shorunke, 2 reps on the bench. Mid right side of your screen on the squat cleans is Bronislav as he's hitting touch and go for a set of 3. Lazar has actually caught up a little bit, but it is still all Shorunke. He's running back to his barbell for the final set of 1 as we're past the 12-minute mark. This time of 13:52 is not going to stand, and Shorunke is going to get himself a test win here at the 2023 European Semifinal.
Oh, nice.
One more clean to go. And right around 12:25. Shorunke saying, this was my event. And now the race of second. Looks like it's Bronislav. Lazar trying to keep pace. He'll do a touch and go double. But it's now to the race of 1. It looks like Bronislav, 1 deadlift, right side of your screen. He'll maintain that 2nd place position. Still underneath the time of 13:52, a slight jog to the barbell, 1 clean to go, and that'll be good for 2nd overall in this test. Lazar Dukic, 1 clean as well. He'll sneak into the time of 13:52, so your top 3 times in this heat are your top 3 times in the test.
And they're still faster than Max Olivestrand's time.
David Shorunke's time of 12:26.
Oh! Veselovsky in lane number 20 finishing up now.
Veselovsky finishes. We got a race between Fiebig and Hapalainen. A race for 1 in the center lanes in lane 8 and lane 11.
Listen to the German crowd going absolutely nuts as Morris is out here just crushing it. Oh!
Squat clean race to the finish. Who's gonna get over first?
Oh! No!
What? What was that?
Combat roll for the finish at the same time as Hapalainen gets a no rep.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Oh, he got no rep on the last one.
So at the same time as Morris Fiebig just goes athletic level 1000.
Yeah, Fiebig yells parkour and dives over the finish line.
Oh, man. So if you're wondering how you become a crowd favorite, make sure the competition is in your hometown. Make sure that you do really, really, really well, and then just finish off with a roll.
A little head dive across the finish line into not a soft landing.
I'm wondering if halfway through he understood that, oh shoot, I need my foot in, and then rolled.
Whatever it takes. Yeah. Nope. We gotta pull those heels over.
So Jonne Koski is also done now. Luka Vukic finishing up right there. And Alex Catulus finishing up as well.
We got about 1 minute, just over a minute less. 17 minutes is this cap as we're approaching the 16-minute mark. We only had a handful of athletes finish in other heats, but in this one, say BKG is working on his last round.
And Uldis Upinix as well.
BKG, left side of your screen in the all black, working his way to the bench press. Still in a qualifying position, but just didn't have what looked like a clean run yesterday.
No, but it's kind of like the Justin Medeiros thing, isn't it? It's like, come in here, secure your spot, and then make sure you peak whatever you've got. Here's BKG finishing up now. Here's Uldis finishing up as well.
And the number of athletes that have finished this test overall, that should still be good enough for a top 10 to 15 finish. In the center lane.
Jelle Hoste.
Yeah, Jelle Hoste is going to get capped as your test 3 winner. David Shorunke will take this test